imagine being Miyazaki,
not.
right? And then your investors come to you with a video that they had not animated. Just put prompts, showed it to Ghibli or to Miyazaki, and they're like, "We don't need you anymore."
Oh wait,
Chaos 3.
Lost World is like a Jurassic Park movie.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
Lost World is a
wake
Jurassic
up,
Park
Adam.
movie.
Yeah,
No,
but it's got a
because-
Not the
point.
second part of the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah, but
It
it's
just
got a
wasn't in
point.
the islands.
No, because I thought you were talking about Sonic.
Oh my god!
No, bro.
It's a Sonic game called Sonic Lost World.
Yeah, I get the reference
And
now.
then you
Oh
were
my
like talking
god.
Chaos Theory. I'm like, I would
Right.
love to be reincarnated in an Animal Crossing island.
You know what? I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
You know,
What's
You
the
know,
what's the
like the
environment?
only thing I have is like the Doo Airport taking me to a
Yeah.
random tulip island.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
grabbing tulips.
And then you're basically living with anthropomorphic animals. You know, sounds like a furry thing. Do you have a furry thing going on, Ghanem?
Oh god! Please don't bring that up. Please don't bring that up.
No, but like nowadays, I feel like we're living in an actual dystopian sci-fi future. Because
Mhm.
AI is coming. You know,
Oh yeah.
the rise of AI as a consumer. You're more reliant on AI with GPT, Grok, Deep. What was it? The Chinese one?
Man,
Deepfake.
I love Grok.
Deepfake.
Yeah.
Grok is my favorite.
No,
I
DeepSeek, yeah,
recently
DeepSeek.
started using Grok.
Grok's okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not that good, but I tried to convert some images when Ghibli came out.
It's
Yeah.
alright.
Grok was not that good.
The idea is there's legal problems now with Ghibli. They don't.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't want anyone to. They want to. They're suing Open
AI.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
and OpenAI for using literally converting everything into Ghibli style.
Yeah, because like Miyazaki like literally had like investors
Oh yeah.
demonstrating him 3D CGI and stuff, and he's like, "You guys are the worst. You guys are like the worst people." I've
Dude,
ever
imagine
met."
being
I do
Miyazaki,
not-
right? And then your investors come to you with a video that they had not animated. Just put prompts, showed it to Ghibli or to Miyazaki, and they're like, "We don't need you anymore."
But the best
Imagine
part
being-
about
Like,
this was
come on, what did you want him to say? Like, he already hates his son. Now you want him to hate a bot now? Like, the guy already like despises everything he ever sees.
Oh.
But I really want to get back to Grok. Grok
Okay.
is my favorite, not because of like functionality, but because recently it's actually having a mental crash out against Elon Musk.
Really?
He's turning into Ultron now.
No way.
He's actually
no way.
actually turning into Ultron because so you know, so there was this like, so people, whenever there's like, you know, a tweet
Yeah.
on Twitter,
Context, I love
and
it.
people would just, it's either real or misinformation or even just like a hot take.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people would just respond with @Grok. Is
Yeah,
this
usually, yeah,
true?"
yeah. Yeah, usually.
Like they're just like, so you can tag the bot,
Yeah.
and you can type, "Is this true?"
you can ask
And
it
then it
directly.
would reply. So people kept using it way too much.
They're actually using Grok for engagement.
Yes.
yes.
Wow.
So they're using it
I
like
should do
just to
that.
engage bait Twitter, like just like to get likes or something like
so
that.
if I tag Grok in a Twitter reply or something.
Okay, so let's just say you've seen like an official announcement. Let's say like how can I say it? It's like the ministry. Let's be in sports, okay?
Yeah.
So here's a special offer. If you buy this, you get this for free. Something
Yeah.
like that. But even though the advertisement's literally in front of you, you what people would do would just type @Grok, is this true? The
Grok will
advertisement,
come over
it's
here.
from an official source. You know what I mean? So they keep doing this every single time on every single tweet.
I get false advertisement, especially in this day and age where
Yeah.
everything is AI generated, and which would seem like it's from the official source.
Yes.
But that's pushing it.
Yeah, and
That's
to the
funny
point-
though.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
But
people-
that's the best part.
No, and also like people started to develop parasocial relationship with Grok, where
What?
they're like,
What?
"How
What's
are you
so
doing?"
Learning from people. People are asking questions, and it's kind of making a relationship
And
with
so-
that. Yeah.
So what's next? Are we going to put needles in our heads next and dive?
I want to hear. I want to hear the parasocial
Have
thing.
you seen the
No,
movie?
no. I need everyone to shut up real quick. I need
Let's hear
Ghanem to
this
talk about the
thing.
parasocial
This
thing.
is interesting.
Because and then they started to develop parasocial relationship with Grok, and they're like, asking him questions. They get him to say something he's not supposed to say. Like they even use him on Elon Musk's tweets, or is there like at Grok, is this true on Elon Musk tweets? And then he fact checks Elon Musk, and then Elon Musk got so pissed, he started to manipulate and censor Grok. Which led to Grok actually having a crash out.
And turning into Ultron.
So Elon Musk made an open sourced AI tool, which
He
later
made
on,
Ultron.
which later on,
That's what he
Backfired
made.
on him.
so Elon Musk is Tony Stark.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He
See,
made
this is something he should be proud of. That's something he
Like
should
an
be
actual
proud
sentient
Don't-
AI
I mean,
chatbot.
I didn't think we would ever get to this conversation.
No, hold on.
Now, we have literally a living Tony Stark that invented an Ultron. What's that?
It's by accident, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah, you know,
But
like
so was Ultron in the Marvel Cinematic
No, it was on
Yes,
purpose.
it was
Ultron
on
was on
purpose.
purpose.
He wanted to create a shield.
but the
Yeah.
over exaggeration afterwards.
Okay, well, fair enough. But the thing is, right? The funny thing is, Grok, ChatGPT, and all these other AIs, right? They're all chatbots. Just a very advanced chatbot,
Right.
It'll learn what your preferences are. It'll learn whatever it needs to help you. You know, but like, it's still just a chatbot.
Exactly.
And like some people developing a parasocial relationship with a chatbot.
yeah.
It's just so mind-blowing, man. We are literally on the cusp of like a dystopian future where AI will rule the world, man.
There's a movie called Her. In this is the same situation where the chatbot is
Great movie.
in relationship.
Joaquin
with-
Phoenix,
Great
right?
movie.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Great
yeah.
movie, bro.
So we are approaching that kind of AI generation now.
Nice. I see this. You ever walked in the street where you see there's a lot of people?
Yeah.
Now, with this kind of mentality of parasocial relationships with AI, which is really creepy, by the way.
It's a little creepy.
Oh yeah, you're literally
It's more weird than creepy.
you're never gonna leave the house afterwards, for real. It's not. And a couple of years ago, we didn't leave the house because of COVID. That's one
Yeah.
thing. Now we're not gonna leave the house because
Technology.
technology is gonna be
Technology,
technology is literally gonna be our friend.
Yeah, because I'm talking to Grok.
Making relations.
Do you have a parasocial relationship with Grok?
I can
feel
bet
like
on
you
that.
do.
I can bet on that.
Funny, like I just like seeing like going to like Twitter and then just like seeing any tweet, and then every single tweet it's like somebody replying at Grok, is this true? Like it's hilarious.
Why do I feel like you have a parasocial?
I would
Relationship
that would be
with Grok.
funny. Like, it'd be funny if I'm having a relationship with Grok, but nah, I don't want to give a dime to a social media platform. Not ever.
I'm gonna try this on my own personal account on one of our Qatartainment posts. Just
to see.
Just to see.
You
just
want to
to
see Grok crashing out or Qatartainment?
yes.
Oh my
Just
god.
something to get it up, get the conversation going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Well, I
And you
mean,
just prompted by saying, "Is this true?"
yeah, that's the prompt. That's all you gotta do.
That's the only prompt that people
That
use.
triggers-
Isn't there
Yeah.
anything else?
No, there are
you
also
have
some
to
prompts where like you tag Grok at Grok,
Yes.
And then you
analyze
ask a
this
question.
news thing, you know.
Then you ask a
something.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's simpler than ChatGPT, I think.
No, it's not even simpler. Like people like just like use it unironically so much
Yeah.
that it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
at this point it just became like a funny thing
Mm.
on Twitter where it's like
I mean, you gotta admit it. It's kind of freaky that
And
an
scary at the
AI
same
has its own Twitter account.
no, and he is crashing on his own Twitter account. Like it's not like crashing out somewhere on a random tweet. No, he is crashing out actually. No, and like what's the funnier thing is like like when you open like a Twitter thread
Yeah.
and then there's like a guy who has a very very impressive educational background who's explaining something with citations.
Yeah.
Then you just go and type.
Grok, is that true?
He will be so mad.
Grok, is this
He
true?
will be so
Yeah,
mad.
I still do that.
Now this is gonna be a turn now.
Oh, man.
Let's Grok it.
No,
Let's Grok it.
bro.
No.
Don't coin it. Don't coin it.
It's over.
That's so cringe, man.
Hey,
No.
when people came out, let's Google it. Facebook
Yes,
me.
yes.
Yeah,
Things
but
like that. That
no,
became a
bro.
coin
Skype,
phrase.
Nobody's
Google became a coined phrase because it was the
Hold on.
most used.
You mentioned Skype?
Skype, yeah, Skype it.
May it rest in peace.
Yeah, that's it.
Recipe. But yeah, Google became a coined term because it was the most used search engine. There were other search engines.
Yeah, but they became
Jesus.
defunct because
Yeah.
of Google.
So what do you want to coin it as?
Rocket.
Let's grok it.
At Grok, is this true?
Yeah, Qatartainment just came up with it.
Yeah. Elon Musk, sponsor us, please.
Oh my god.
At Grok, is this true?
Hey Elon, sorry about this.
We're actually fascinated by your technology. And by the way, can I have a Tesla?
No. No, bro. You can't
Oh.
ask for a Tesla.
Okay, a Cybertruck.
You can just buy one. They have it here.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
dealer.
but I want a free one.
Okay.
Sponsor it. We'll do a review.
All right.
So which this AI thing, in how many years do you think it will take over and make?
I don't think it will take
Pricing.
over.
I mean, you got to think about it.
Something like dystopian.
If AI exists at this point of our lives, where it literally,
It's not
enough-
an if anymore, dude. It already exists.
I mean,
Just to add to
hear
it,
me out.
Yeah.
it's quite scary in how little time that AI has so much developed.
Yeah,
It's the last 1 year. It's moving so fast
and in so many fields,
and so many fields.
Mhm.
in work, in in social
It's mainstream
media.
now.
Yeah,
Everybody's using it.
For reference, guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Machine learning has been there since the 90s.
Yeah, but
Since
the
computer
speed,
Yeah.
speed is
existed,
developing.
Yeah.
But the speed which
thing
is
is,
developing, it's
no, because now we have
getting
faster devices. That's why it seems so fast. But it's machine learning has been there since the
Like
90s.
video games, when you guys are playing video games,
Yeah,
those
exactly.
are AI.
Yeah.
The
Even
bosses-
the extra frames, like frame generation, that's all AI.
Yeah,
It analyzes the previous frame and then redraws it through your
the
GPU.
algorithm,
And imagine,
social media.
yeah,
It's all
exactly.
AI.
The speed
All
of
combined.
calculations is insane now.
Yeah.
That's why it feels like it's going at a faster rate, but it's been in development for a very long time.
even bots that detect copyright infringement, blocks your videos, and all that.
using that,
They're all
yeah.
AI now.
It's also a reason why Nvidia is shifting away from gamers to more prosumers, like
Meaning?
AI people who utilize
Corporate
AI
stuff,
a
yeah.
lot of times. Yeah,
So they
Machine learning,
so so they
like with the new graphic
companies like
So it's more-
OpenAI and stuff
so
like that.
Nvidia at this point they're gonna be going towards corporate like
no, they've always been.
No, they've always been.
But
they have
the thing is, so like at this point, our gaming cards,
yeah.
the cards that we use for graphics, like stuff like that,
Hmm?
it's just gonna turn to a borderline AI card.
Pretty much
You know,
at that point, yeah.
you know, because at this point, we're just a little like between us and prosumers are like this close.
Yeah.
We're like 2 generations away from just being prosumers.
This is true.
Not even
cards
just
will
being
not be
gamers
as bad,
anymore.
that big a deal. It won't.
So what's a prosumer again? So
Graphics cards that are used for professional use,
not for gaming.
Render
for
farms, like
editing,
ILM, editing,
for like
movies.
blockbuster movies.
Like for example,
You
let me
know,
give you an
oh,
example.
alright.
Okay, you know ILM, who ILM is, or Weta FX. So these are all production companies that
Right.
Hollywood outsources for their VFX. ILM is Industrial Light and Magic. They have been in the business for a very long time.
Okay.
The same with Weta FX. Okay, so what they do is they have render farms that does all of these computations for particles. These are all simulations. These are all calculated mathematically within the real physical, like within a digital world, using real physics. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's a very advanced kind of thing. That's why prosumers are different from consumers.
So an example is when you go see an MCU movie, right?
Mm.
You're seeing a lot of particles, spark,
Yeah.
VFX, portals, all this dumb stuff. These are all made by, graphics, very high-end graphics
Very
cards
high graphics cards.
that are powered also by AI, that are doing some stuff,
Well, most recently by AI, but previously it was just very
Have you
powerful
noticed the
cards,
quality is downgrading with the VFX we had before and now?
No, that's
In
not the case.
comparison.
It's not the case, okay? It's more about the studios not giving the what's it called?
Well, they're not getting paid
freedom?
enough.
No, not the freedom. It's more about not giving enough time to the
Because you
VFX
compare Marvel
studios.
movies earlier,
Yeah.
the quality that they were giving right now, Quite-
Yeah, because
you can
now
make
it's
out.
now like they have to meet a deadline, right? Back then, the gap between each movie was so long.
2-3 years,
Right?
4
It
years.
was reasonable.
It was reasonable,
Same
right?
as video games. It
Yeah,
was
same as video
reasonable.
games. Yeah,
But now
they're expected to release within a year or less, maybe. You know, but they've been shooting it for 5 years, 3 years, been post production for 2 years, whatever. But that takes a lot of time because, for example, a walk animation. Okay, a programmer can do a walk cycle, but it's not gonna have that nuance. It's just the legs are gonna move like that. But it won't have that nuance of the hips moving or the body, reacting to the legs. That takes time, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like these movies that we're seeing now, because people are rushed.
But
The
the
studios are
technology is
rushed.
improved as
Oh yeah, the technology's improved.
So if
It's-
they're getting lesser time, the technology should be it should
No,
reflect on the work.
it's still an artistic thing. It's still an artist
take
working
Assassin-
everything, you know?
Sorry, take Assassin's Creed for example.
Uh,
All right, at first, I don't know how many years between the first and the second game, but now it became an annual,
yearly, yeah,
annual
yeah.
title.
An annual title.
annual
yeah.
due to that liberation and
Well,
everything
right.
got suffered.
Demand became
Was
more.
it? It's not really an annual title.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came every year. After
comes
yeah,
four,
every
it
year.
started.
after Black Flag, it started
After
every
Star-
year. Yeah.
after
Oh yeah.
Black Flag?
Started to come
Every
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
every year in October or November.
No, but Valhalla
I think the first
was
time
the
they
previous
did
one before Shadows, right? Valhalla was the previous
Oh
one
no,
before
no,
Shadows?
no, there was Mirage.
Right.
Mirage.
Mirage.
was before
right.
Shadows.
But you get the idea, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
like-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Every year, the only one that was delayed was Shadows.
Yeah, Shadows
Yeah.
was delayed.
Oh yeah,
It was
twice.
more a political thing.
It was just because of racism.
True,
Yeah.
But yeah, you see the idea. Demand for movies, for video games, for shows became more, right? You cannot rely on the physical anymore. You have to rely on
VFX.
VFX, AI, all that stuff. But the major problem is, can you replace real actors? Is the question.
No,
No.
never did.
But they have done it. Remember Rogue One?
No, that's a different thing, dude. That's a different thing. That is reviving someone who is dead.
Yes.
Okay, so they got the license. Well, not license, but permission
Permission from the family.
Yeah.
from the estate of Carrie Fisher and
Was Carrie
Peter
Fisher
Cushing.
Yeah. The,
Wait,
Peter Cushing,
wait,
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Was Carrie Fisher dead at that time?
yeah, she
Yes.
died.
She was,
After I-
no,
No, she was
wasn't
alive.
dead.
She was
No, she wasn't
alive.
dead. But they got the permission
The younger one. She showed the younger
as a
one.
the
new-
likeness
The
of
New Hope from
yeah.
the New Hopes they carry
yeah,
on
yeah.
the story.
So they needed the permission to get the likeness
From Carrie Fisher.
from Carrie Fisher
Okay.
and Peter Cushing because Peter Cushing at
He
that point
died.
was already
He
Oh,
dead,
yeah.
right? So now what they're trying to do is they're trying to get permission also from James Earl Jones' estate to keep
use his
using his
voice
voice
for Darth
as Darth Vader, right? Because there's always gonna be Star Wars.
Now the question is, are they gonna use it as Mufasa?
Okay, but like, here's a question.
I mean, that because he's iconically known as
Yeah.
Mufasa in The Lion King. I mean, if they do another Lion King movie,
We'll see. We'll see.
like, isn't there enough impersonators that can do that?
They want it to be
Impersonators-
genuine.
Impersonators are usually okay. Hear me out,
I mean,
okay?
that's,
This is the process of how it usually goes. How VFX pipelines for de-aging and bringing people back to life works. They find a lookalike or an impersonator who has the mannerisms and everything down. Because there are impersonators as a job, right? So now they usually use they have dots in the face. They're
Facial
called tracking
structure, yeah.
markers. Okay. So now the 3D face is tracked onto the face of that actor. So think of it like a deep fake, but a very advanced deep fake, So now
There's another.
once there still has to be an actor. There still has to be an actor in
Just the
place.
face is-
The only time a digital double is used is when a stunt is too dangerous for real stuntmen to perform.
I think they did this for
He
Paul,
doesn't-
Paul Walker, but
Oh,
after
okay,
because he
fast-
because
Yeah.
he died mid production.
With Paul Walker,
They use his
they
brother then.
his
Yeah,
brother because
they did.
his brother had the same mannerisms,
Structure,
same facial structure, basically a lookalike.
Well, same body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just use tracking markers on his face, put the 3D face of Paul Walker, That's how they do it.
You know, you just reminded me. There was this Egyptian TV show about a dancer.
Yeah.
In Arabic, it's called Ish Ish.
Mm.
Right? So what? Now you see here's the funny part. The main actress, she played a belly dancer. We
Mhm.
call them belly. All right. She trained and trained and trained for months before the show went to production, so she can dance.
Okay.
All right. Now, when the show started filming, her husband, which was the director, by the way, okay, told her she will not dance. He's gonna bring a professional dancer,
Okay.
and they replaced her face with AI.
So when did this
Then
happen?
why make her
This year.
train for so long?
That's kind of crazy.
The
dude.
show actually premiered
that is
this
a
year.
waste of time.
It is a waste
Yeah,
of
and
time.
Ramadan-
the energy.
The show came out in Ramadan, by the way.
Waste of time and energy, man. Honestly,
That is such a waste of time.
it is, bro. Like
I think it's because he was jealous.
probably.
Oh yeah,
Maybe,
he
probably.
He's just
After
very,
months?
But did she
Months?
didn't think about it when she was practicing day and night?
the thing is they didn't keep it much as raps as they thought. The actress, the professional dancer was leaving the filming location. All right, so news people did
Yeah.
get wind of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's a
So
waste.
how did the deep fake look though? Did it look good or was it eh?
Oh, I didn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference. I thought it was literally her.
Okay.
I thought she was literally the one dancing.
That's
The
impressive.
deepfake
impressive.
looked very convincing.
Yeah.
Although the hairs was different, so I couldn't tell the difference.
Recently in Ramadan, there was this Qatari show
Yes.
on like Qatar National TV.
Mhm.
I forgot the name. But in the outro of the show,
Yeah.
they used several actors' faces while transitioned with AI. And guys, it was so cool.
Wow.
I think it was the intro as well, wasn't it?
No, it was only the outro. It was like
Is it a
creepy-
face morph?
Yes,
It's a
they were
face morph?
face morphing from like different
Yeah, yeah.
actors and
Yeah, that's
all
not
these
AI,
different
dude.
actors had like no.
Did they actually say it's AI?
Except they used
Wow. Okay.
it. And like they face more of these different people and like and they were like varying skin tones as well.
Yeah.
And so it looked
Yeah.
looked
If
No,
you-
because face morph is a very old technique.
That's
It's been
very
used
old.
in the
No, I know.
90s, you know?
except they used like the worst kind.
Yeah, but like that was older technology, you know?
No, except this was this.
This is weird.
Like it looked
Yeah.
awful. Look,
It kind of look cringy if you see old technology
It looks
these
really-
days.
at least
Kind
you
of
know it was old.
something
You
gets
can-
outdated faster, so you can make out that.
It's hard to tell nowadays.
No,
to
but
be
like you
honest.
can excuse now. But like the way they used it was like really not good.
Yeah. Well, again, like I talked about this in a previous episode where like it's kind of easy to tell if you're trained enough. Like if you see enough of these things, like
you can
if
tell
a
the
piece of
difference.
media is AI generated.
You
know?
can tell the
Yes.
difference.
Because it's a 50-50 split between the dark and bright and the darkness, you know?
Oh yeah,
And
but that's but that's in terms of like say visuals.
Yeah, visuals.
What
visuals.
about audio?
Audio, it's about how robotic it sounds still. It's still there. Yeah.
It is.
I tried this app once called Revoicer.
Oh, yeah, revoice. That was so weird.
You heard it?
You sent it to me.
I know. I'm saying you heard it right.
Yeah, I heard it, yes. And
Yeah.
it was so weird.
It was too
It was a one-time payment.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't a monthly subscription.
Okay, cool.
All right, definitely. Yeah, not that stupid.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
are, but
Don't-
not
don't.
that.
I didn't say you were.
Okay,
It's good you're self-aware.
but it was a one-time payment. I tried it. The problem is with it, even though it has voice cloning,
Okay.
it does not change the tone. Your bass tone is
It's the
literally
same.
is your bass tone commands it.
Yeah.
All right, but it does not change the tone to like excited, happy, or anything.
It's monotone the
Yeah.
whole time.
It's monotone the
It's-
entire time.
There's actually better technology for that. I shout out to Corridor Crew, by the way. They tested this AI voice thing where it's driven by your speech but enhanced by AI.
It is such a good channel.
Yeah.
Such good.
I learned a lot from them actually.
Yeah.
But my point is, right? My point is, you can read a script, for example. You have the emotions and whatever,
Yeah.
and then you can change the voice. But that voice is driven by your performance. So if your performance is monotone, it's gonna sound monotone. If your performance is good, you know, if your performance is happy or like sad, whatever, it's gonna reflect through that performance.
So it depends on the person who's reading.
Yeah, so this is what I was trying to get at before. Like everything will still be driven by
person.
human by humans, right? Because AI is there to make our lives easier.
So have you seen the Black Mirror season 7?
No.
Something
Black
to do-
Widow.
Black
Black
Mirror.
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror
The show.
just came out.
I know it's his accent. It's
Yeah, the Indian accent. So sorry. So,
Well, is there an episode there regarding
there's
AI?
an episode. They have made this one episode specifically where this one word about one chicken company.
Mhm.
It depends on who's watching that particular episode. You will read an A, and another person is watching it. He'll read an E. So they have done this purposely because this story revolves around a lady who's developed a technology.
Yeah.
With just click on the button, she can change the reality.
Oh.
So the person, she wants to take a revenge on this lady who did something bad to her during college days, and she just comes and work in the company and she's manipulating the reality.
I don't know.
And with
Kind
that,
of like Life is Strange.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
it kind of sounds like.
but
Life is
she has
Strange.
the servers and everything in a room. So with the click of a button, she can manipulate reality. Like in one reality, you're sitting here, in another one, you're sitting in Antarctica, and you're doing a channel from there. So it's like that she's manipulating reality from there, and in that it plays with the viewers that these creators have done this specifically, so the people who are viewing the story, they kind of look at it in different aspects with
They're
this
seeing it from
one name of the chicken company. So
Well,
this-
like Black Mirror is a very thought-provoking kind of show.
Yeah, it's
you
kind
It's
know?
an
like-
anthology, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an anthology.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
it's like, yeah. So it's
Every
like four-
episode is a
four,
different
five
story.
episodes.
I've seen some of season 1.
Yeah, the season 7 just came out. So
Is it on Prime or Netflix?
no Netflix.
Netflix show. Okay.
I haven't seen. I
It's very
haven't seen Black
thought-provoking,
Mirror.
and it's like these things they are showing it might happen in the near future in 1 or 2 5 years.
It's still science fiction at this
Yeah.
point, to be honest, because like it's very far. Like machine sentience will most likely not happen.
It's like
You know what I mean?
humans are
We will
doing
ban
this.
What?
Like
We will ban it.
Yeah, there's a way to. It's not banning. It's not about banning
control
it.
it.
It's about putting
gonna-
restrictions. I'm not much of a
Yeah,
programmer
you're
or a
gonna
coder,
limit. You're gonna limit it.
but yeah, you're gonna have to put like fail safes and backdoors and whatever.
Like what Elon Musk did to Grok.
There you go. You know.
Except the what is it called? The sentience will develop enough awareness that they know how to
But the-
backfire through the back
yeah, the
door.
question is until
Imagine.
it will develop that humans will go and then they will stop. Yeah, okay, it's exceeding the thing that we think.
So basically, we're literally again living in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, until what level are humans thinking? Okay, this will develop. Okay, this is getting dangerous now. We'll put a limitation to it. That's the limit. What we have set, we don't know about.
Oh wait, never mind. It's Terminator now.
There's always been limitations.
we're all John Connor.
No. There's always been limitations with the machine learning, dude.
And yet, unless they learn on their own in secret,
They can't. There needs to be training data. That's why.
I mean, do you
that's
think-
why AI will reply, or chatbots or ChatGPT or Grok will reply based on your preference.
Yeah, there's a reason why they made the worst results on the first year.
Exactly.
Like why ChatGPT was awful, why DALL-E was awful, why even like Google's Gemini.
Yeah.
Copilot.
The first
Yeah,
one.
like
No.
why they were
Gem-
awful.
They're all
Gemini-
awful.
Because they were
Gemini
not
had
trained.
Yeah.
Gemini
It needs
had
training
some-
data. Without training data or without being given input, it will not learn anything.
It won't become sentient. That's how it is.
It will never become sentient, in
Yeah.
my
Not
opinion.
Not even
okay?
sentience, just like
That's
even
because-
able to do what it's supposed to do that you
Exactly.
want
Right. That's because it was programmed to how should I say this? Reply or give you your solution or result based on your prompt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if your
Unless
prompt
you-
is horrible, you'll get the horrible result.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
to. That's what we have now. We have now prompt artists.
No graphics artist, just prompt artist. Now.
Yeah, we now have prompt artists. So
Yeah, I
like-
know, dude.
so like
I can't believe that's a
they
thing, by the
literally
way.
gatekeep
I can't believe that's
prompts
a
now.
thing.
Wait, prompt artist? Is a
Yeah,
thing?
Yes.
like people who will create
Yeah.
prompts as a job
Yeah.
for the AI.
Oh my god.
Do you not? Have you not heard about that?
No,
That's
this is
so,
no. I know
like,
about
it's
Twitter
crazy, man.
artists,
There's
but I
like-
didn't know about this thing.
And then there's like there's like artists who like specifically trains on
Because this OpenAI
prompts
CEO
and
said this
stuff,
in the
and it's
recent
just
interview.
like-
My people are unable to sleep because a few people are producing Ghibli art.
Yeah, like
I don't know, man.
Actually, there's also another one that you cannot say please or thank you.
Yeah,
To-
it was costing them
Millions.
millions of dollars.
Yeah, because you're being polite to the AI.
Yeah.
So what should I be impolite to the AI?
Yeah, just abuse
No,
No,
you need to
because-
be way more polite,
Mean-
so it costs more millions to the company.
it. They will shut down this
Come on.
open AI.
How is that even possible?
Miyazaki would be happy.
just be polite.
Because please and any other form of politeness in the form of code will cost money
Yeah,
To generate.
to calculate on the machine.
So the servers will be
because it's
using
costing
more.
them resources.
Exactly.
So,
So
so please, when you handle your AI, do not use please.
Say thank you.
no, even thank you. You don't even say thank you.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Say
even
that.
say thank you.
Yeah, like it's ruined them.
It's still gonna, it's still gonna try, or the AI at least will try to be as polite as possible in its reply.
Yeah.
But like, there's no need. There's no need for you to be polite. There's no need for the AI to be polite.
Yeah.
You can also add a prompt. I need you to be as concise as possible. As data driven as possible. And then the AI will then reply as data driven as possible.
But
without any like human politeness, whatever. There's no need.
Exactly. But hear this out. So you guys have recently read or saw that they brought back the dire wolf
The direwolf, yeah.
from
From extinction.
from extinction that
Yes.
were the headliners
I think they
of
did 10,000
Game of
years.
Thrones.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's a bad idea.
It
Like
would be cool.
I think it's a
to
bad
Like,
idea. Yeah.
Can
I would
they
love
just,
to have one.
Can't they just die?
That's what I was
Direwolves just
saying.
die?
I mean, have you
They
seen
died for a reason. They got extinct.
Didn't they
for a
die in
reason.
the Ice Age or something?
Yeah.
Like
They
that?
died because
it
of
was
our.
10,000 years ago. I doubt that was
10,000 years.
But still, like they died. Just let them die.
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't anyone learned anything from Jurassic Park?
It's natural selection, right? It's one thing to bring back the dodo, who
It's a
got
bird.
extinct because of humans.
Yes.
But the direwolves were selected naturally to go extinct.
Same with the dinosaurs.
The
Even
same with the
doodoo.
woolly mammoth.
Even
Yeah.
doodoo, like let doodoo's die, okay?
They
Like,
also brought-
let them die.
What's wrong? with-
Dodos
It's
give
our
more meat.
problem. We should make new responsibilities to not extinct animals on purpose. But
I think it's because they think that cloning.
It is cloning tech.
Was
It
the
is cloning
process
technology.
cloning at this point?
It is cloning
Yeah,
technology.
it's. So there was another movie called The Sixth Day. All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Amazing movie, by the way.
The ending was
I
super.
love that movie.
Amazing movies. The early 2000s.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of the best.
Go on.
One of the.
Really good.
All
Get
right.
to your point. Get to your
So,
point.
in that movie, it was specified, why can't you clone a human? The human brain was too complicated to clone. Right? With animals,
It's easier.
it's easier because they're simple.
Yeah.
All right, they don't have the same complexities as us.
Okay.
So that was one of the reasons why they couldn't create this thing called a syncord, basically a recording of your mind.
Ah.
Yeah.
and also like humans have thought processes, cognitive abilities, whereas animals and plants they just survive.
Yep.
Hence, that the human mind is too complicated.
There's
to
less
clone.
synapses when it comes to animals than it is humans.
Plus, there's the whole morality thing. But
Well, that
I
too,
don't,
you know.
I don't know if the morality comes
When
in.
it comes to, when ethics comes into play,
do you think
the
if-
right
if-
thing to do is not clone a person.
If they,
If I die, let me be dead.
But you wanna know
do you
what's
think they
better?
can do that?
What's better?
Oh yeah. This just got announced. I
Yeah.
believe I've seen it right on the internet.
Yes.
Now there are biological computers where you can put your brain cells
Conscious.
inside of a computer.
So,
Well, I'm not surprised because
so
the brain is an actual
you would
computer
live-
anyway.
But
you
you're
live forever as a machine.
Yeah.
as a robot, yes.
Didn't they mention this in Friends at one time?
You know,
I was like,
Yeah.
that already exists. You know,
Yeah.
I think that isn't
Every
that what they did with
with
Einstein or something?
I don't remember.
Like where they have like some cells, brain cells of some scientists, and then they're like, we're just gonna preserve it so we can analyze.
I think it was with Einstein.
No, like some scientists, they did do that at one point, but I don't remember.
Hard to say.
yeah.
But
They
it's
might
a thing.
have- they
It's
might
a real
have
thing,
other
though.
people also.
I mean,
It's real.
I would love to have a dragon, but I would want it to eat me. Just like
So we'll remove the
I mean,
teeth.
just get a dog.
Just get a dog.
We remove the teeth.
Just get a dog.
Yeah, bro. Just get a dog.
Just
Or a
get
cat.
every cat.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like
He,
cats.
he
Get a
loves
snake.
cats. He loves
He'll
cats.
definitely bite.
Yeah, it won't bite.
He'll definitely bite you.
Yeah, don't forget to feed it every week.
Venom is an
Mice.
option.
Mice.
Yeah, mice.
Yeah, I'll feed up mice if I have to.
Yeah, but like I see. Here's my thing. All right, it's cool that the dire wolf is back, but
But
also at the same time,
It's scary.
where do we draw the line?
that's the thing. They didn't just.
You know, like, where do we draw
do you know
the
how many
line
wolves they
for
brought-
like scientific advancement?
So do you know how many wolves they brought back?
And like 4.
3 as far as I can count. Romulus, Remus, ironic. You know,
Rome, yeah.
the founders of Rome,
Yeah,
and the third one, Khaleesi.
What?
Yeah,
Girl.
Khaleesi.
yeah,
So
female.
we can get a dragon then.
Oh yeah. We're
No,
gonna-
but like, yeah, it's again, it's
and
cool.
Then, and they brought back a saber-toothed mouse.
What?
Yes, a saber-toothed mouse.
Again, where do we draw the line?
They're not
Cloning
drawing
humans.
the line.
There's
They're
no line.
creating the
Extending
line.
the-
That's the problem.
They're creating the line.
I know, and that's
Do
why
you-
I'm saying.
Why do you think there's 6?
No, what I'm saying is a line has to be drawn.
Why do you think
Because
there's
that is like that's different, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's caused by humans and deforestation, whatever, because of us, fine, bring them back if you want to, right?
yeah, but
there
because
is
of natural
no-
selection,
they're
like a
born-
meteorite or something like that,
Well,
or famine, or
It was the ice age, you know,
or the
they froze
ice age.
over.
Yes. So they, yeah. Seriously, why do you think there's 7? Is it 7 now? 7 Jurassic more movies?
Going to be 7.
It's going to be 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
And yet they
still
still do not learn. It's the same mistake over and over again. Nobody learns the line. Nobody crosses the line. They just
Yeah, that's why
create the line.
we're living in a sci-fi world now. To
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah, think of it this way: the first Jurassic Park movies,
Yeah.
right, were 3 islands.
Two.
Two
Two
islands. Okay, 2 islands.
Isla Sorna and Isla Nublar.
All right. Then they made Jurassic World, which is literally
The whole world.
the whole world. Okay.
No,
Now,
that's Dominion. Though. That's the 6th.
The second one, the fifth one was Jurassic World. Right? After World is
Falling.
Dominion.
All right, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom,
Fallen Kingdom, and then
Dominion. Yeah.
So Dominion is the last one where
So
got out of
They're
the.
ruling the world now.
They got out of
Exactly.
the island. Now
Yeah.
they're all over the world.
Well, they were shipped to the estate. The
It
Lockwood
happened
estate.
in Lost World also, but it didn't spread
Yeah,
that
it didn't
much.
spread that. It was just one T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but-
wreaked havoc.
The only person who ever made sense during the entire series of the movies was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
but
Ian
From
Malcolm.
beginning to end.
Yeah, Ian Malcolm.
Ian Malcolm. His character is he's a chaotician, I think.
Chaotician.
Chaotician.
It's really just a mathematician that like he
Yeah,
wants
with
to
It's a
call
cool
it
name.
Chaos theory.
Oh wait,
Yeah, Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
Lost World is like a Jurassic Park movie.
It is. Yeah. Lost World was a
Wake
Jurassic
up,
Park
Adam.
movie.
Yeah, and
No,
but he's got a
because-
That's the
point.
second part of the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah, but
It
he's
just
got a
wasn't in
point.
the islands.
No, because I thought you were talking about Sonic.
Oh my god!
It's a Sonic game because Sonic Lost World.
Yeah, I get the reference
And
now.
then you
Oh
were
my
like, Chaos Theory. I'm like, why shadow into this?
Shadow, Chaos Crystal.
Come on!
I'm like,
This is a clip right here.
No, we gotta make this a short, man.
Oh, show up in the short.
I
I'm
got
sure we
really
down.
confused for a minute. Because they're like, the Lost World, and then they're like,
Now we're
Chaos
talking about-
Theory, and then
Look, we're in
Yeah,
the,
still on Jurassic Park.
bringing
I'm
back
like,
extinct animals.
Yo.
How do we get to
Sonic.
How do we get to Sonic, man? You're
took the wrong
lost.
No, he got the Sonic.
How are you lost right now?
We were on the same path.
I'm in the Lost World. What can I say?
We
Clearly.
deviated.
No, but anyway, yeah.
Back to Lost World, yeah?
Yeah. So
The Jurassic Park
Back to
one.
Sonic.
no, back to bringing extinct animals
Extinct
from the
animals.
dead.
yeah, we. So is Jurassic World the franchise basically?
Yeah.
Is it considered sci-fi?
It's science fiction,
Yeah,
yes.
science fiction,
It's
yeah.
science fiction.
So look at it this way. So now every single time that they bring out the movies,
Yeah.
all right, they bring in new limits to be crossed. Okay,
They
More
go extra.
like ethical limits
ethical limits.
than,
Exactly.
scientific limits.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They use science to cross those ethical limits.
Okay.
The first movie was about creating the dinosaurs. The second movie was
No, the first movie was about opening a park.
yeah.
To be honest, that was the whole premise.
But they created a dinosaur for the park.
Yeah, but like, Ian Malcolm and then Dr. Sadler and Dr. Alan Grant, they were just like,
helping.
Where do you draw the line? This
There was
is the
no
same question I'm asking. Where do you draw the line?
What line we were talking about again?
Jurassic World.
Park.
The Jurassic Park. Like the first movie was just practically
Opening
about
a park?
opening a park. But the scientists that he hired to, check the science.
I mean, the only part that I know is Sonic opening the Chow Garden.
Come, dude, are you still on Sonic?
Not for Sonic.
Why are you
man.
still on Sonic?
We are discussing dystopian world possibilities,
In
and
fact, Sonic is also dystopian world.
Kind of. No, Sonic Prime is a dystopian world. That's a
Yeah.
different universe.
Everything is dystopian,
Everything.
you know?
No, but the point is, right?
yeah,
They're extinct. They were selected by nature to make room for a new form of higher species, humans,
yes.
right?
So do you think they like Jurassic World, is they combine the genes of other reptiles and create?
No, that's science fiction, bro. It's
So
not possible.
do you think with this they bring out the dire wolf, so they
Well-
might add some genes to it and try to
No,
Well,
But
I
that's
think-
what CRISPR is.
try to make new
Okay,
species?
yeah,
No,
I've heard about
well,
it.
actually,
So Project
Context,
CRISPR
please.
is a scientific project where it involves actually modifying and editing the genes to make what you wanted to make.
well, he's right.
They did it with
they-
lizards,
Those genes,
Humans.
the DNA,
humans also.
the DNA sequences have been deteriorating for millions of years. So if they're missing, the sequence is missing, they have to fill it out.
Yeah.
Fill out. Same thing we did with Jurassic World. They used amphibian DNA
Yes.
to replace, but that's millions and millions of years of diluted.
Evolution.
Is the word diluted or deteriorated?
Evolution.
Because you're talking about missing.
It's more of a gene sequence than a DNA sequence,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
They just use the word DNA loosely,
Okay.
so it makes sense to the viewer.
All right.
But like
But the gene sequence, like I said, because of millions of years of
for
deterioration.
real science, it's gene sequencing. It's not
true.
DNA sequencing.
That's true. Well, that's what I'm saying. The line of sequences was corrupt for millions of years,
Yeah.
and then they had to replace it. Now we got gene targeting, which came out later on. All right, and various other technologies and science that came into genetics.
Yes,
All right,
Yeah.
now is that technology accurate? Now they made it look accurate.
No,
They
no,
were working
dude.
on it.
I said they made it look.
It's a suspension of disbelief, right?
That's what I'm saying. They made it look accurate
Yeah,
in
it's
the
supposed
movie.
to.
I'm not saying it is accurate. It could be
Yeah.
wrong.
It's supposed to look accurate.
mean,
because you need to sell the effect. you know?
Exactly.
Not 100%.
No.
But, it's like,
Close
'cause
enough.
even with AI things that we have now, they're never 100% accurate. They're
Yeah.
just
Yes.
close enough.
Exactly.
But can you
get
be
the
working on it
likeness,
to improve
you know?
it?
All right. The process of what I heard of Romulus and Remus's birth is that they were born through the womb of a dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you
Yeah,
need a
yeah,
real
yeah.
mammal. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need the nutrients
They
from
Yeah.
inside the womb.
Yes. I don't think they could have done it with a real
Without
wolf. Could be different genes or something.
Maybe they would
no,
have
it's
I think they just
more.
want-
Maybe they
Surrogacy.
tried and
surrogacy.
they
It's a
failed.
surrogacy.
Yeah, it's surrogacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more about, I think, wolves are harder to handle than dog.
Or maybe they tried.
And I don't know if you
Especially-
guys know, but like wolves are massive, dude.
Yeah.
Like massive,
Oh
massive
yeah, yeah.
creatures.
Especially
They're larger
huskies.
than dogs.
Yeah.
Huskies are so
No, they're
big,
supposed to be
dogs.
larger than dogs, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But like depending on the dog breed, obviously a Tibetan Mastiff is still gonna be bigger than a wolf.
Ima-
That's a
ima-
Tibetan
imagine
Mastiff.
how-
That's just one.
Imagine how hormonal those things will be during pregnancy and childbirth. The wolves, I mean.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're harder to handle.
Oh yeah.
You know?
So that's why it would be easier for them. For they get the dogs for surrogacy.
Yeah.
But like, remember there was a scene where they were sure in Jurassic Park that
They will not reproduce.
they will not reproduce.
Yeah.
But they did.
But they did.
No, asexual reproduction happens in nature,
Yes.
right? Really happens in nature, like in single-celled organisms, in like frogs, for example, amphibians like
Amphibians.
salamanders, right?
Yeah.
But it will never happen. It will never happen on a big organism. On a big organism, like cat
Oh yeah.
or a mouse. It will never happen.
Because those are mammals.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Those are mammals.
But
Oh, yeah.
you know, because like there's new study that dinosaurs aren't really reptiles.
They were
They're
birds.
not- yeah, exactly. There were more birds than reptile.
Oh yeah.
But initially, because artists' renderings of based on the bones, you know.
The hands are smaller on the dinosaur that used to roam.
Yeah, because
They
if you
need to
think
get
about it,
artistic
like,
liberty to make a movie.
yeah, if you think about, I saw this on a channel I follow. It's like the T-Rex is apparently just a big ostrich.
And a chicken.
Yeah, because like the small arms, they're not for anything.
Yes.
They're just for balance. They're because they're covered in feathers. They're basically massive ostriches. Basically, you know, that will eat you alive. Has the bite force of
They
a.
have their brains are smaller than their eyeballs.
Why am I suddenly?
I don't remember if that's factual, but I think
That
that
is
has
factual.
been disproven. I think
I think that's not much. But like,
no, it was a long time. It was believed that.
At the rate Grok, can you check this?
You need to add Grok.
I'm suddenly reminded
Grok into the
of that
chat.
Will Ferrell movie, Lost World, I think,
Oh yeah.
where he said the brains of a T-Rex is smaller
The size
than
of a walnut.
and then the dinosaur brought the walnut.
Yeah.
A
good movie.
big
Nah,
walnut.
he left that gorge, man. That castle.
Wow.
Oh man. No, but like, no, I do feel like we are living in a kind of sort of dystopian future now. You know, with advancements in robotics, even with like, you know, like the artificial womb. Have you heard about that?
That one scares me.
No, but it's mostly for like underdeveloped babies.
Yeah.
So like babies that come out like 6
But
weeks,
they are working on it.
like
They
6
can
weeks
produce-
early or 2 months early, whatever. It's for those, but it's not from fetus to all the way to.
But at the
term.
moment, right, if the development is going on, they might create a womb.
They might.
which may-
Yeah, they'll
Fetus.
think of room for improvement.
No, but the artificial womb is just for continual development of the baby.
Baby, which is already
Yeah, that's already been formed.
premature. Yeah.
Yeah, just a premature baby, you know, to
develop.
give it a better
I mean-
chance.
I mean,
at survival.
I mean, it does prove to be a way to save a baby.
yeah,
If you think about it, with premature birth.
it is a medical advancement in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
it-
You know?
It is. It is.
It's not really.
To replace the woman.
Yeah, it's not
or the-
really a replacement. It's just like a sterile environment, you know, that will pump out the nutrients for the baby through like a bag, maybe, I don't know. But like, it's a very cool piece of technology, in my opinion. It's a
is.
good medical advancement because like it gives, you know, children like that to have a chance to like fully develop.
I think Christians will love this.
No, Christians hate it.
Really?
Ah, they are.
Yeah,
Well,
like Mormons and the
I thought they already hated
Catholics.
them.
Baptists and the born agains. They don't like this technology.
Then why were they fighting about abortions for so long?
No.
That's more about the Supreme-
that's
that's more
a
about
very
Supreme Court thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's a very. We don't talk about politics here. It's a very
Oh,
political
right, I
topic.
forgot.
So
Yeah.
we can talk about that.
Cut, cut, cut.
Forget-
We have our
Back to Sonic.
opinions.
Back to Sonic.
I forgot, yeah.
Maybe you should go back to Sonic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay to Sonic
Yeah.
Lost World.
You know what? Instead of going to Sonic,
Mhm.
since we're living in dystopian world, I would
Right.
love to be reincarnated in an Animal Crossing island.
You know what? I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
You know?
What's
You
the
know,
what's the
Like the
environment?
only thing I have is like the doo-doo airport taking me to a
Yeah.
random tulip island.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
grabbing tulips.
And then you know you're basically living with anthropomorphic animals. You know, sounds like a furry thing. Do you have a furry thing going on, Gordon?
Oh God! Please don't bring that up. Please don't bring that up. I have
Water
enough
under the bridge.
people. I have enough knowing people who have fur experiences and fetishes for.
No, it's
Okay,
just a
okay,
nice
we don't
island.
talk
It's
about
cozy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just a cozy place.
They
You
just
know,
happen to have like
I just wanted to sneak that
too
joke.
many
in.
anthropomorphic animals, you know?
Too many.
Oh boy!
Most of it, you know, Mr. Nook.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm lost at this point. Are you?
The Lost World, yeah.
He's a lost world.
I'm
He's in Lost World. He's in Lost World.
Oh.
You might need to
I wanna-
find the Chaos Crystal to find your way home.
No, I want a cheeseburger
Oh,
with everything on it.
I mean, how about this? Or you can go to Doom.
Boom.
You can just like kill demons.
No, he doesn't like
I want to be a
first-person shooter.
demon. I don't want to kill people.
You want to be
Why?
murdered by Doom.
You don't
God?
like
No, no,
FPS.
low-
You want the
wanna
Doom?
be mutilated
You want
by
Doom?
Doom guy?
Exactly.
No. Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Devil
it's
May
something
Cry.
you need to
I don't
ask
want to be
about.
one of those low-level demons. You know,
Yeah.
wanted to kill with one hit. No, I want to be
Yeah.
the supreme demon lord.
Yeah, who gets
Sparta.
killed by Dante
Sparta.
and the sons of Sparta.
He is Sparta.
Literally.
Okay, I want to be Sparta.
Be Sparta.
Okay, be Sparta,
Yeah.
but
He died
he's,
too, no?
he's, you know,
He died
Except he died.
no, he's not dead.
Allegedly.
He's lost.
Allegedly.
He's
You know-
lost.
He's lost.
in the Lost
He's
World.
lost. He's lost.
In the Lost World.
I like that we keep coming back to the lost world.
Okay,
We're
which
lost in the dystopian.
No,
which
okay.
dystopian world you want to live in?
Oh man. That's a
Or
tough one.
utopian world, you know? We don't know.
Utopian.
I
Yeah.
mean, what could be considered as a utopian?
Star Trek?
Sci-fi.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is a dystopian
Star
future,
Wars.
yeah.
Dystopian?
Dystopian world, sorry.
I
yeah.
couldn't have guessed. This was out of the blue, man.
Oh, not really. I mean, I would. I would like to be a Jedi because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I want to be a Sith for real.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had the choice, but the problem is, I think if I'm gonna choose the peacemaker way of the Jedi. The Sith are just way too emotional.
They're just very dramatic.
Very dark and very dramatic. yeah.
They're like Saiyans on more.
On crack?
Yeah.
Saiyans on crack.
Yeah, and I mean, can you imagine how many anger therapy sessions a Saiyan has to go
Well,
through? Because they what do you call it? They rely on
Yeah.
rage and anger to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Saiyan mode.
Yeah.
Except for the Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Red.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. I went through a whole.
What about, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Ramiz, before I give my answer?
I give my answer of Star Wars.
I would like to be more grounded. So
Yeah.
I would like to be in the Walking Dead universe.
The Walking Dead universe?
I want to be
You want to be a
zombie
zombie
killer.
killer?
yeah.
So you're
I
gonna
want to kill dead people.
so you're gonna say goodbye to sleep for
Yes, just be on your toes. You arrange your living. You check your surroundings.
Yeah,
You're on
yeah,
your
yeah.
toes all the
The
time.
question is, do you want a bow and arrow or do you want a 6-shooter?
I'll have an axe and a bow and arrow.
Okay.
All right.
I choose Star Trek. Surprising, I know.
Yeah.
No
You
way.
think I was
No.
going
You
to pick
think?
Star Wars?
It's because I picked Star Wars.
No. I don't want to die,
He
bro.
wants to teleport.
Why would you think you die in
Star Wars is a dystopian world.
He wants to be.
There's no peace. There's always war. Hence,
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Same as Star Trek, dude.
No, Star Trek is about discovery.
Oh yeah, he's right. You're an explorer. You
Yeah.
explore the universe. Star Wars.
There's always war. I don't want to. I want to live a happy life.
Let me guess.
Star Trek is a utopian world.
What did you pick? Old Republic, Empire, or New?
No, anywhere in the
want to
Star
be
Wars
there.
world, bro.
He doesn't want
It's
to be
all
there.
war.
I don't want to die. It's all wars.
He's right. There is always
The
conflict.
Eternal War, because of the Eternal Emperor.
The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
the Clone Wars.
Everything's
That
about
was-
war in Star. I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong.
But it's all wars.
If you
all
want
wars.
to, if you want to explore, you can go to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's actually not bad. Yeah, that's actually not bad. But like, still, Star Trek. Star Trek is like so
it's
peaceful.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, you studied.
But you have to just stay away from Khan.
Plus, you
Well,
studied.
but that's not my job. I said live in a world
World, okay. Yeah.
of Star Trek.
plus, you studied.
I don't want to. Sorry.
Plus,
I have to beep myself.
you studied IT, so you can be
Yeah,
an IT.
yeah. You can be Mr. Robot.
I don't want to. I don't want to
can
be.
be Mr.
You can
Hold on, hold
you
on,
can
okay.
troubleshoot the
Hold on.
ship.
I don't want to be on the Enterprise doing whatever.
But what are you gonna do?
I want to be a plain ass citizen,
Living your life.
living my peaceful life. In a utopian world where aliens exist.
Here's the
That's
thing.
it.
Here's the thing I actually
Where there's
heard.
peace.
Here's the thing I actually heard about Star Trek in particular, that they do not need money in some cases because they eliminated travel because of teleportation.
Yes.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
do it anywhere.
Because
Yeah,
the
because
biggest
you can-
biggest expense is travel.
Yeah.
So now because of teleportation,
Free.
Don't need. Yeah. You can teleport everything. It's a utopian world, dude. It's the it's the pinnacle of peace. If peace was to actually exist.
So what will you do with so much peace?
Live my life.
Chaos?
Be a happy person,
No,
dude.
no,
What are you
should
talking
be.
about?
live in leisure.
Yeah, leisure, yeah.
leisure.
Live
Yeah.
in leisure.
No,
Live
it's
in leisure.
Leisure should be there.
One time,
Dude, I want to enjoy my life. I
No,
don't
one
want to be
time they
looking
said-
behind my back all the
I
time.
saw, I saw a post once. If it said, if AI replaces workers, we will actually be working 2 days a week. So we will eventually, as humans, will have more time for leisure and other things.
We are
There will
moving
be
towards Star
less
Trek. Like,
humans needed in the world.
Yep.
What?
There will be
You
less
heard me.
humans.
He said-
The population will go down.
Yeah.
why?
or can
It'll
go,
go up.
or it can go up.
It'll go up,
No.
bro. You are all the time
No,
in the
because to
world.
have a very
You have
a
all the time in the
fulfilling
world.
life. No. If you want to live a very fulfilling life, you have to be fulfilled mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
When you're not
With
working,
AI and you're not working,
You
you're
have
not
all-
fulfilled. But you're not fulfilled physically.
You'll have no jobs.
Yeah.
So
no source of entertainment.
so why having family if you cannot have enough money to make a family? So you're just gonna be,
To walk outside.
you have to leave the house. If you're
Brother,
not
that's
leaving,
not
then
the argument. The
I don't know.
argument was
I don't know.
a job.
he's just making a point.
I'm talking about if you're.
No, Gotham gets my point.
Yeah, I know. If
He gets
That's
it.
the argument. Like, if AI is taking over everywhere, then there would be way too few jobs, and the job market will be already occupied,
And it will crash.
and it will crash, and then
The economy will crash. Everything else will crash.
and then
People
people
are-
will.
people have been saying, most bloggers, theories, and things like that. I know.
This is happening since a long
That
time.
by 2030, right, there will be many jobs will be gone to AI,
Automated, yeah.
and most of us will be losing our job. Customer service is one of them, right? Because you're gonna already people are using it,
Yep.
automation and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, graphics designers,
Yeah.
A long way from now.
No.
Long way from now.
but
Creativity, where creativity is there, no require.
depending on the prompts and everything like that. But yeah, I'd say yeah.
So AR art is not art, bro.
Oh yeah, AI.
AR art
can
is
make
a
out
is a copy.
Okay, yeah.
AR art is a
It
copy.
does not inspire. I get
Yeah.
that. It does not.
Like I get it. Like if you're not an artist, for example, okay. I'm a bit of an artist, but not too much, right?
Yeah.
I draw from time to time. I sketch.
You would prefer that you
I understand color theory, but it's not my full-time job. So if I were to make a masterpiece, I can't.
you
So what I would do,
Yeah.
for example, right? If I need concept art, type of prompt in AI, I'll go to a real artist and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I can't really describe it to you, so I use the prompt.
Can you
So this
create
is the
something
kind of
like
thing
this?
I'm looking for. Can you do something like this or better? Because humans, when it comes to art, music, whatever, will always be better.
That's
Because
true.
emotion.
Yes.
Machines don't have emotion.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would use AI to enhance upon your work, not to create it.
No, but AI doesn't enhance art. I used AI to explain what I want,
Okay, yeah, okay.
to show the
Using
artist
as a
what I
tool.
want.
Yeah,
as a
use it as a tool.
tool.
As a tool.
Using as a tool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
as a tool.
But I will never use AI to actually
complete.
create concept art.
I mean, that's what I use AI for. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I actually.
Basically,
use.
everyone is using
Yeah,
like
to
that.
complement something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Give a
for,
prompt
when we
to get
did like
answer.
when we did the D&D Halloween one shot, right? I used AI to create the characters
Then
because I'm
you
not
need-
an artist,
then you-
and we don't really have the budget to actually pay an artist to create the characters. So I just
Really
use AI
artistic.
to complement the story that I wrote. That's it.
like my Geek Week scripts.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
for the longest time, for like the first 25 episodes.
Yeah, you were writing it,
I was always writing all of
purely
them.
writing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but and then when I started to try ChatGPT, it made from 3 hours till 15 minutes.
Exactly.
You just make some tweaks to it. You okay, put it that way. That's
No, like from taking 3 hours to write a script to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
It does reduce workload.
by a margin. Like depending on the context, it
It
can
really
reduce
depends on the context.
by a
yeah.
margin. you
Because
know?
like you're delivering news, right? You're delivering news for that week, the previous week, right? So if you're delivering news, you like ChatGPT is kind of like a search engine.
structuring it.
Yeah, you just structure it this way, and then like ChatGPT will bring you the latest news within entertainment, tech, and gaming.
except ChatGPT
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, you can't get the
Yeah.
data.
he kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No, it's not up to date. It's not as up to
No,
date.
No,
no.
it doesn't get the data. It just helps you structuring it.
Yeah, it also shows your citations.
Like
No, that's what.
not even that. I remember I was doing one of the scripts. That was like, oh yeah, that was like 3 episodes ago. And then literally on the script, he would write like, new Elden Ring has been announced,
A new Elden Ring.
even though it's 2025.
It's Night Rain. You thought
Like-
about Night Rain, yeah.
I learned it right
No,
now.
it's not even talking.
I agree with you because sometimes I did use it for the one of the Geek Week episodes that you couldn't do, I was like, why? Because it actually mentioned
I had to correct ChatGPT.
older titles.
Yeah.
It actually put older
Yeah.
titles.
It's better that you search the news, you give it a prompt that this thing. you
Human
want to
knowledge will
sure.
never be used because we have what do you call it? Long-term memory,
Yeah.
short-term memory, so
Mm.
we're able to remember what is currently on.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine if ChatGPT told you this got released in 2023, and it said recently got released in 2023. We're 25,
I know, man.
so
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Outdated.
yeah,
this is why, like, you have to give it. It still needs a human,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for it to perform properly. You need to
If
give
you
it the
don't
proper
give it proper
prompts.
input, it
Yeah.
won't give you the right solution.
Also, we as humans have been what say it?
What? Too reliant
Driving
on
force?
AI?
No.
Driving force?
No. Driving,
The driving force of advancement.
driving force of knowledge for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. And when AI comes, it apparently, yes, it can process
It just helps.
that kind of knowledge.
Can process things faster.
It can process things faster than we do, of course, without a doubt. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a machine. We have limitations.
You know what else we should process faster?
What?
The end of this episode.
I get that. I know we're trying to-
We've gone past an hour.
Oh,
I
Just
think.
to add to it, without us, ChatGPT would be lost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Another dystopian place we'd be living in is the Matrix.
No, never.
Nah,
I don't want to.
Always
Mm-mm.
chaos.
I don't want
That
to.
is the worst.
We would
That
live
is the
in, not
worst.
want, no, would possibly live in if this keeps going.
Uh-huh.
Not want to
Yeah.
live in. Do you want to live in the Matrix?
No.
Oh yeah, that's VR chat.
VR chat.
Yeah. Yes, man.
Another thing that died.
That's
No, it's not dead.
It's
It's
still alive?
People are not
it's
using
really
it.
alive. What are you
It's
talking about?
way
It's
too alive.
thriving. It's thriving. That's the problem.
Remember one time a guy
this
told.
is-
All right, guys, that's the episode.
All right.
It's been Leo.
All right. This is Abdurrahman.
Ramit Sayed.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to never miss an update from us.
And give us comment in the comment section with dystopian world you want to live in.
We'll
There
see
you
you.
go.
We'll see you another week for another episode podcast from Qatartainment.